Hello everyone and welcome to my short presentation on engaging online learners. Maybe you're new to the online teaching process or maybe you're a pro. Either way, you're probably looking for some tips and tricks for increasing the engagement levels in your classroom. Lucky for you, I've got a few recommendations I can throw your way. Let me start off with a story, or maybe a confession. I've only taught one class before and I was absolutely terrified. It was my senior capstone course in psychotherapy, and we were tasked with teaching a related topic to our classmates. I chose a topic close to my heart: school-based psychotherapy. I spent a couple of weeks creating what I thought to be an engaging presentation and finally got the chance to present it in front of the class. It was daunting, but ended up being a great experience because my classmates were instantly engaged in the learning process. So what did I end up doing right? Well, first of all, I told a story. My story of my experiences with school-based psychotherapy. It helped my classmates instantly connect with my learning material. Research has shown that storytelling can be a powerful tool in the instructional process because it helps students create meaningful connections by engaging their thinking, emotions, and imagination all at once. In fact, our brains are more likely to remember facts when told in a narrative format than in a descriptive one, since we are wired to create connections through stories. Most often, stories are used for two main purposes in regards to learning, which include delivering information through a narrative format that is based on facts and experiences, but which would be more difficult to retain if presented in a descriptive format, and to assess the learning progress, where the stories appear under the form of a problem-based or case-based exercise. Beyond storytelling, I also use some of Dr. Meyer's 12 Principles of Online Learning. Most of these principles focus on creating more effective visual designs for verbal and written content. Now, I'm sure many of you, if not all, have created a PowerPoint presentation and know some of the do's and don'ts for creating a pretty strong presentation. But what do you do beyond that? Well, let's go over a few that I used during my presentation. First of all, I use the multimedia principle, the idea that people learn better from words and pictures than words alone. This is why everyone tells you to avoid filling your PowerPoint slides with walls of text. Sometimes it's better to use diagrams, images, or videos to introduce your content. That being said, not all images or graphics are created equal. Sure, images can be great and can add a lot of flair to your presentation, but they can be ineffective if used incorrectly. This is where Mayer's 12 principles come into play. He suggested that learning designers should focus on 3 goals and utilize his 12 principles to achieve them. I don't have time to cover them all individually, but I'll cover the basics in order to help you better understand the importance of Mayer's work. The 3 goals include reducing extraneous processing, managing essential processing, and fostering generative processing. When it comes to reducing extraneous processing, the principles contained within this are focused on streamlining content so it includes only necessary information. Removing distractions so that students can focus on absorbing vital information is key. Although you may be tempted to include extraneous captions, images, and graphics, don't. The human brain can only process so much before it achieves cognitive overload. When it comes to managing essential processing, these principles are focused on segmenting and timing learning so that learners remain engaged and motivated. Sometimes presentations can be too fast-paced to process properly, leaving some students feeling frustrated and confused. Focus on creating presentations that are evenly paced and easy to follow. For instance, if you're creating a lesson with heavy concepts, plan ahead for breaks in the lesson and think about introducing concepts early so that students have more time to digest information during the course. Finally, when it comes to fostering generative processing, these principles are focused on using social cues to engage students in the learning process. For instance, using a conversational style over a formal one. I'm sure you've sat through many lectures that have put you to sleep because of a droning tone of voice. The most effective multimedia presentations offer ways of introducing a social presence to the learning, as in offering ways to connect with students on a personal human level. If you can't record a video of yourself lecturing, find ways of introducing human-like gestures, eye contact, and voice within your videos. Your students will be more likely to connect with your material and stay motivated to finish the course. In the end, I was able to create an effective presentation by engaging in storytelling and utilizing aspects of Mayer's principles of multimedia learning. Creating engaging presentations can be hard, especially when you're newer to technology and are unsure of what can make or break an online lesson. Hopefully, by following the guidance offered within this video, you're able to create a stronger presentation in the future. Just remember, students learn better by engaging in learning activities that reflect and support the cognitive learning processes of the human brain. Thanks for watching my video, and good luck in the future.